Today we're going to talk about shadowboxing. Shadowboxing is important for fighters, but it's also important for self-defense, and you can also use it for just general fitness as well. Shadowboxing can feel very weird and awkward if you're not used to it and if you're new to it. So we're going to go over some things to help it not feel so awkward and get you more comfortable with shadowboxing. Shadowboxing is literally throwing strikes and moving around at an imaginary opponent. And the goal of this is to, number one, work on different strategies with your footwork, with your head movement, with your combinations, but to also work on defense, offense, and visualize what the opponent might possibly be doing and what strategy you would use against that opponent. The goal is to use whatever you are implementing into your shadowboxing and transfer that to real life skills when you're actually sparring and training with another person. The best thing that you can do to improve your shadowboxing is to have a purpose with your shadowboxing. There are so many things that you can work on when you're shadowboxing. You can work on footwork, you can work on head movement, you can work on speed, endurance, power, feints, defense, offense, the list goes on. To get more out of your shadowboxing, pick one of those things and focus on that during your rounds. Shadowboxing can be a great warm-up. It can also be a great cool down at the end of your workout. If you get tired with shadowboxing, you should probably focus on that and build up your endurance before you start punching the heavy bag or sparring with another person. Let's go over some common things that I see people do wrong when they're shadowboxing. Anytime you fight, you want to keep your chin down, and you want to practice this when you're shadowboxing, because if you don't, you'll keep your chin up when you're actually sparring as well. Staying stationary is not realistic in a fight, so you have to work on your footwork and moving your feet. Use your full range of motion and extend your arms out all the way to build up that muscle memory. Focus on control and realistic combos that you would actually throw. Always stay in fight mode even when you're not throwing punches. You want to be prepared for anything because you never know what an opponent might do. This is what your shadowboxing should look like. Keeping your hands up at your face, chin down, staying on the toes, moving around, working on footwork, head movement, fakes, blocking, defense, offense, and getting into a good rhythm with your breathing. And most importantly, visualize the opponent in front of you.